Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Beard and Boarded. My name is Travis Tackett and I'm here to talk to you about the books I picked up this week and whether or not I think you should pick them up yourself. The first book I want to tell you about is The Amazing Spider-Man number 23. Okay, in this book, Spider-Man's talking to Gwen Stacy. Now he's like, I ain't trying to deal with you. You ain't the real Gwen Stacy. I killed the real Gwen Stacy. I know she died and I don't believe this. And she's telling him, yeah, I know you killed me. I remember. But they brought me back. I am Gwen Stacy, and I still love you. He can't come to terms with the fact that she remembers everything. She has the same DNA. She is Gwen Stacy, essentially. But she is also a clone. So he won't accept it. He leaves. He tells her, I'm not going to deal with this. He walks away to go deal with the Jackal further, and basically from there, battle wages on between the Jackal and all of his lackeys that he's brought back to life. From there, I'll tell you about the Clone Conspiracy book because they're kind of happening simultaneously. In this book, it starts off and you're talking to all of the Jackal's lackeys. They're all trying to figure out how to stop the cellular degeneration that these clones are having so they don't have to take a pill every day to keep alive. Now, they kidnap Anna Marie, who is Dr. Octopus's love from when he was living in Spider-Man's body and using his identity. He fell in love with this girl named Anna Maria, who is a short person, and he doesn't care about any of that. Her brain is what he loves, but she doesn't love him because he was an imposter. So he's talking to Anna Maria, and they actually find a way to solve the cellular degeneration, and the Jackal decides to use it against them. That's basically where that book leaves off. And, I'd rate these two books together as a whole. I'd give them probably 4 out of 5 Spider Beards. The next book I want to talk about today is Batman number 15. In this book, Batman and Catwoman discuss their relationship and when they first met, both of them recalling it as different instances in the DC history. I thought this was a really nice way to go about that. It lets the reader decide which one they prefer. After that, Catwoman escapes and Batman has to go chase her to take her to the GCPD. I'd rate this book probably 3.5 crazy Batmen out of 5. Next, we have Invincible Iron Man number 3, where we have Riri Williams taking over as Iron Man. She has to figure out what her new name is going to be, how to deal with Tony Stark as an artificial intelligence, and how to become a Marvel superhero. I'd like to say that I think this character is a pretty interesting character. They gave you some of her backstory, and by the end they even gave her a new proper name. I'd give this book a 4 out of 5 demons in a bottle. Next, we have Superman number 15, where Superman is helping the Justice League Incarnate with a problem that's affecting all the Supermen throughout the multiverse. This book was a really fun read. I definitely suggest it for anyone who likes Superman and anyone who's interested in the multiverse. I'd give this 4 burly Supermen out of 5. Next, we have Spider-Gwen number 16, Sitting in a Tree Part 2, with Spider-Gwen and Miles Morales working together to try and find Miles' father, who's lost in another dimension. You get to see a lot of Spider-Gwen's characters, like Matt Murdock, who works with these ninjas and is not a good guy, and Dr. Octopus, who is not an 8-armed villain, but some sort of guy who throws squids at you. This book was a pretty fun book. I'd probably give it 4 bearded Donald Glover Spider-Man out of 5. Next, we have Marvel Monsters Unleashed. This book is really cool if you're interested in seeing big splashes of, Marvel monsters fighting superheroes from the Marvel Universe. This one will pretty much cover majority of the Marvel characters you want to see, but there's not a lot of story or substance. Maybe deeper into the book, there'll be more to it, but as for right now, I'm going to give this one 2 out of 5 beards. Next, we have a book called Curse Words by Image Comics, with a wizard who's come from another dimension to seemingly do something bad to our Earth until he does a translation spell and he hears what everyone around him is saying, and he realizes that everyone on Earth is free and they have no rulers, and he decides, this place seems pretty cool. Maybe I'll just shave my head, become a hipster, and help out. So far, it's been a pretty cool book. This first issue was really fun. I would definitely recommend it if you like vibrant colors and you're into wizards, and definitely if you like beards. I'm giving this one 5 hipster beards out of 5. The last book I have to talk to you about today is Green Lanterns, with Simon Baz and Jessica Cruz, the 2 newest Green Lanterns, working together to help the Justice League deal with some big issues. And Jessica's struggling with anxiety, and Simon Baz is there to help her overcome it. This book was a really touching story about just how a friend can help you through something like that. I definitely recommend this book if you've ever suffered from anxiety or if you're interested in the Green Lanterns. These 2 characters are some of my favorite characters out of all the Green Lanterns, and I definitely recommend you pick them up. I'm going to give this one 5 out of 5 John Stewart's, the only Green Lantern with facial hair. Alright, well, thanks again for coming. I appreciate it. Please like and subscribe, and tell me in the comments below if there's anything else you'd like me to talk about. Thank you very much. Beard and